said rate it on a 10 out of 10 of what you expected, I mean, I'd say it was a 20.
When Amanda came in to Seek to Do More, she wasn't looking for just another generic workout program. Amanda is a full-time professional. She's very successful. She's a mom, a wife, and she's someone who already lives a big outdoor life, hiking, snowshoeing, fishing, ATVing, all those things. But she knew that just hike more wasn't going to cut it for the goals that she had. It wasn't working. And she was tired of piecing together random workouts she found on the internet. She knew she wanted a hiking specific training plan, and she wanted the accountability to show up and the support and guidance to build the strength so she didn't have to guess anymore, and she knew what she was doing would take her where she wanted to go. What Amanda didn't expect, though, was how much Seek to Do More would change her life outside of the hiking trail as well. This is Amanda's story.
Okay, so Amanda Fischer, live in Wisconsin, work full-time, have a daughter that just went off to college, and a very active outdoors life. So name it all: hiking, snowshoeing, fishing, ATVing, get outside as much as I can, yeah. I knew I wanted a hiking-specific fitness training program. I had reached out to a couple different people that are fitness trainers, and their reaction to me was just go hike more. That was what I was told, and I knew that wasn't right. And then I was gearing up for my week-long hike, that 122-mile hike I had in right at this time last year. So I think that was like 3 weeks maybe into working with you, kind of gearing up into that. So that's what started it all. Mm-hmm. Then, like I said, I think it was like late July, early August, where I just was like, I can't do this on my own. Like, whatever this is not working, and I need something formal. And partly, and I think what you and I talked about early on, is I just need somebody to just tell me what to do and hold me accountable to it, where I don't have to put so much brain power into it anymore and wonder if I'm doing it right. That's not my area of expertise. That is not what my day job is. And I just need somebody to just tell me what to do. And that's where I'd say really flipped it at the end of the day, was I need somebody who really knows what they're doing, that makes sense to me. And it kind of came with a recommendation on top of it. So I trusted the process. I trusted the work I had to do. You were great about guiding me to which equipment I needed in home, because I wanted to do it all from my home base, not join a gym. So you were great in kind of buy this trap bar, get this, get that, and then adjusting to that. And then I'd say everything else was the bonus. Learning about the protein I should be hitting, and then holding accountable. The 30-day recal with all the other stuff, right? The relationship piece and the joy piece, and they're all components that I had in some form prior, but it was really putting it all together into that, like, every single day. So again, it's just such a more, I guess, rich, fulfilling program versus just fitness, which I was not expecting. I didn't know that going into it. And then the women's Marco Polo, I think, sealed the deal. When I joined, it was such a great group of people in there that it just like sucked me right in. And then, I got a lot of things. So when I look back at it, I joined it for the fitness, but everything else just kind of, I don't know, fell into place at the right time and the right way. And they were all things I was working on individually, but to kind of package it all together, it definitely got me to do bigger goals than I would have done if I hadn't done that. Looking back over some of the things I've done, I'm still not sure why I decided to do them or how I actually accomplished them, but it was way more than I expected. Again, that initial call was, give me a training program, nothing else. It was way more than I'd ever expected. And then as I reflect back, I got way more out of it than I ever thought I would. So if you said rate it on a 10 out of 10 of what you expected, I'd say it was a 20. You don't know what you don't know. I think the busier you are, the more impactful this was for me. Because it was able to, again, force in those what were nice to haves in the past, create efficiencies in your schedule, and figure out how to do things even when we talked a lot too. I travel a lot, and sometimes, like now, it's actually easier for me to do stuff when I travel because I figured out how to make traveling work with the program. So yes, I would say even the busier you are, the better time it is to start this program.
Now, if you're anything like Amanda, you're busy, you're balancing work, family, and your outdoor pursuits, and you feel like you just don't have the time or the mental bandwidth to figure this out on your own, that's exactly what Seek to Do More is for, and that's exactly who it's built for. You don't need to guess. You don't need to go at this fitness thing alone. You just need a clear plan, real accountability, and a coach who not only understands your world, but lives it. So if you're ready to hit bigger goals than you've done before, even with a full busy schedule, send me a message or book a call, because there's no better time to start than right now. Future you will be glad you did. I'll see you on the call.